Once you have your labels all set up, I also always like to get rid of the legend just because it takes up room and doesn't really tell you a whole lot. You're ready to hit next again. You have a choice of whether or not having the chart be a new object over your data table or as a completely separate page. I always choose separate page. Again, it makes it nice and big. You click finish and there's your chart. Nice and pretty. Looks good. You can do things like change around the scale. We'll see that with the velocity graph in a second. But what I want to show you with this graph is how to add a best fit line. You click on any of your data points so that they all get highlighted, and you go up to the chart menu. And you have an option for add trend line. You can also change the data, but we won't talk about that. Add trend line is what we're interested in right now. And this is a lot of best fit curve. And we have all sorts of different functions that we can choose. A moving average, exponential, power graph, logarithmic, polynomial. In our case, it looks fairly linear, so we're going to choose a linear graph. Under options, you can do lots of different things. The most important thing we want to do is we always want to display the equation on the chart. So once I select that, I'll click OK. And my best fit line pops up here with an equation of it. Y equals 114.17x minus 0.16, which is great. If I look at my velocities, I'll notice that the average of velocity probably is pretty close to the slope of my best fit line, which makes sense because the slope of my best fit line is going to be displacement centimeters divided by time in seconds, centimeters per second, same as my velocity. So that seems good. So that's one of the things you can do with Excel. That's quite nice. There are some other things that we'll talk about at a future date. But that's one of the things you're really going to use Excel for quite a bit this year. Something else you might do, or something else we'll do for this lab, is make a velocity versus time graph. So I'll highlight time. Then you usually do Shift or Open Apple, depending upon your format, so that you can highlight two columns at once. So now I have both time and velocity highlighted, and I click Chart Wizard. Once again, I get a crash, so I'm going to stop here and start again when I reopen that.